Hey, is this picture of this bizarre looking creature for real? Or are we just looking at a rock with a turtle head pasted on top of it? I've got the answer to that bulbous mystery, plus answers on a couple other things that you guys are curious about. Like this video claiming to show a new Starbucks PS5 game console that also makes coffee, a picture that wants us to believe this is a real fish skeleton, and this picture that claims to show a new Barbie branded Ouija board. I've got all that, plus a new mystery video, my favorite fake of the week, and a whole lot more. So grab your friends, grab your families, get together, and see who's best at sorting out fact from fiction. Hey guys, Bill here. We're going to be getting to that creepy creature in just a second, but first, I want to let you guys know that you can now sign up for my early alert service, maybe help you win the pin. If you want to get an early alert of big fakes coming your way, like asteroid hoaxes, fake end-of-the-world predictions, and other things that scare you, just take a few seconds to click on the link in the description box below and sign up. Thank you. Okay, so now, what about this crazy picture? It was sent in by Huta, who just wrote, "Hey, is this a frog or something else?" Who, I think I'm leaning towards something else if that turns out to be real, like maybe turtle without its shell Photoshop contest. Let's take a look. Taking a look around the internet, I see there are pictures of this thing posted in social media, but none of these posts tell us if it is real or fake or what it might actually be. Some people suggest it might be a turtle without a shell, but others refer to it as something from a Photoshop battle contest. I wonder what the title of that Photoshop battle would be. Maybe Rocks with Faces? Something like that? I don't know. Tell you what, I think it's time for you guys to make up your mind and let the world know what you're thinking. Take another look, and if you think that is a real creature in a real, unaltered photo, then the answer is real. On the other hand, if you think that it's not a real creature or a real creature that was altered with editing software, then the answer is fake. And as usual, if you don't think we have a real answer, like last week, then you could always go with unknown. Just shout out your answer so everybody knows where you stand. And if you don't want to do that, you can always leave your answer down in the comment section. You ready? And go. Hey, while everybody's like consulting the stars and making up their mind, what do you say we take a look at this week's mystery video? It was first sent in by BDY1256 and Monkey Nate M. Now guys, I looked everywhere and could not come up with even a weak answer on this one. So if you do have a solid answer and would like to get a shout out on my next show, please send your answer with confirmation evidence to mysteryvideo billschannel@gmail.com. Thank you. Now, as far as last week's video goes, the one about the blue light UFO thing in the skies over Hawaii that was caught on camera by more than just a few people? Well, kind of sad to say, I didn't get any real solid smoking gun answers on this one. Time Craft sent in a story from USA Today, but that story just didn't have any real answers in it. Adapt Gaming sent in the same article that references some netizens who think that the blue light is actually one of those LED kites. But, I looked up LED kites and, well, they don't look like the same thing to me. Now, XE Explorer thinks it might be a drone. It's not a bad idea, but no proof. And Tonic Constraint thinks it might be blue lava being shot out of a local volcano. Well, you know, those ideas, they're all great and everything, but none of them have a smoking gun with them that proves what this thing is one way or another. So I think for right now, we're just gonna have to leave this one on the mystery list. Coming up, I've got the answer to that weird creature picture. And later, did Starbucks really make a game console that can make coffee? All right, and now, what do you say we get back to our big fatty over here, find out who's got it right and who has got it wrong. I mean, this thing could be anything. It could be a rock that somebody photoshopped a face on, could be a turtle that was born without a shell, could be a frog, could be a parakeet for all we know. But there's only one answer, and the answer is right here. And the answer is, let me double check. Yep. Okay, well, if you voted fake, you are 100%, absolutely, without a doubt, wrong. It's real. Thanks to some very smart super sleuths on my Facebook page like David Lohr, Raphael Capule, and Rad Lori Pagtalanon, just to name a few, we now know this is a frog. It's called a blunt-headed burrowing frog, also known as a balloon frog, I think for obvious reason. Here's a video clip of it from my friends at WILDSIDE Photography right here on YouTube. This frog actually comes from Southeast Asia. They are not poisonous and are considered a very tasty food item in Thailand. Its texture and taste are considered so good, it's often eaten whole. No wonder this guy's getting all bent out of shape. And by the way, if you want to see some really exotic animals from Southeast Asia, I highly recommend you stop by and check out the WILDSIDE Photography channel. I'll leave a link in the description box, so hop on over there, stop by, and tell them you're from Bill's channel. Hey, before we move on today, I got something kind of funny, and that is this week we got 2 telephone poll submissions. First is this one sent in by Johan Kyle P. Pacoma. Johan pointed out the leaves on the telephone pole made it look like the crucifixion of Jesus, and well, yeah, that's true, but what do we call this? Yep, that's right, pareidolia. That's where the mind interprets something that isn't really there. And then there was this telephone picture sent in by Ray Feliciano. In this case, this is definitely not a case of pareidolia, but much more likely a case of Photoshop. Either way, I really like the picture. Thanks, Ray. Coming up, is Starbucks really getting into the console business? Our next item today is this video. It was first sent in by Alex Zamora and Aiden Ray. Alex wrote, "Is this real or BFF?" Well, guys, normally I would have a good laugh at something like this, but on the other hand, you know, just a couple of weeks ago, you might remember, we got this video in showing a KFC game console that had chicken warmer in it, and guess what? That one turned out to be real. So let's take a look at this new Starbucks one just one more time. You know, I could see this thing being totally real, but on the other hand, I could also see it being a parody of the KFC console, you know, just for fun. So I think what it really comes down to is what you game-savvy people think out there. You think Starbucks is really doing something like this? Okay, so let's see what we got here and see what's going on with that game console from Starbucks making coffee for you. I mean, it'd be really cool if it was real, right? But on the other hand, you know, what if you wanted something slightly different than, you know, just a regular cup of coffee, like a macchiato or, you know, a cappuccino or something like that? Hopefully on your controller, you know, you can hit cappuccino, whatever you want, double latte. Now that would be cool. But I'd also want an arm coming out of it to just like bring it over to me. I don't want to reach all the way over there. Come on. Life is tough enough already as it is. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, well, you know, KFC just might have some competition, ladies and gentlemen, because the official answer is... That's right. It is 100%, without a doubt. Fake. If you look closely at the video, you can see it's attributed to FN Mecca on TikTok. And I don't know if you remember this video. We showed this one a couple of weeks ago, but FN Mecca also made this one too, and it's fake. FN Mecca, in case you missed the point here, makes only special effects videos, and this is one of them. Our next picture is this odd image of what is claimed to be a real skeleton remains of a pufferfish. The picture was sent in by Huta, who just wrote, "Pufferfish skeleton?" Who, I'm assuming you want to know if this is a real skeleton of a real fish, and well, to be honest with you, I think this one's going to be a little tough. If we look closer at the picture, there is something kind of odd here. The head almost looks normal, but the body itself, I mean, those bones, well, they look like they were all made, you know, constructed from the Jacks game. Remember that game, Pick Up Jacks? Well, don't those kind of all look the same? Okay, well now I gotta ask, what do you guys think? I mean, you think this is like, you know, a real skeleton of a real fish? Or maybe this is just some kind of fancy dancy drawing that somebody made up. You know, some people can make very realistic drawings. So take another good look. Make up your mind and then just go for it. Real, fake, or unknown. All right, while you do that, I'm gonna get out this and we're gonna find out what is going on with that little skeletal little thing we got going on there, you know? I mean, it would be cool if it was real, but you know, I'm sure you're as doubtful as I am. But on the other hand, if you're going for fake, I gotta warn you. You know, the ocean is filled up with more mysteries than there are human beings on this planet, and that's a lot, okay? So be careful. Let's see what they have here. And the last minute to change your answer is now. Okay, no more changes, please. No more bets. No more. I'm playing roulette here. All right, okay, here we go. And the official answer is, believe it or not, as I warned you, real. Thanks to Thomas Pedrina, Joe Vulgaco, and Lemonade Cat, among many others, we now know this is a real pufferfish skeleton. Now, I gotta be honest about one thing, okay, with this fish. It is a reconstruction, people. Somebody took the bones of a pufferfish and reconstructed what the skeleton looks like when it's all together, okay? Now, I decided since the bones are real and it is a real fish, we're gonna leave it as real. You may not agree with me, but hey, that's what the comment section's for. It was made by Doi Gwen, who reconstructs skeletons of all types of fish and animals and then sells them on Etsy. I'll leave a link to his shop in the description box just in case you're looking for a nice gift for that person in your life who seems to already have everything.
Hello, hola, bonjour, and ni hao. Welcome to our new home.
Hey, we all know who Barbie is, right? She's that fashion doll that has become a cultural icon over the years. Not only is she a doll, but a media franchise as well. She has branded books, television shows, movies, and even video games. But now, if we are to believe this picture, Barbie is also getting into board games. The picture was sent in by Lex Plays Roblox, who just wrote, "Is this a real thing? Or just another so fake it's funny?" Lex, I gotta be honest with you, you know, I never thought of Barbie as being someone who would be involved in an occult board game. But on the other hand, you know, we do live in some pretty wicked, weird times, as you may have noticed lately, or even over the last few years. But here's the deal. I think, you know, Ouija board, it's been around forever, and I think it's culturally accepted worldwide as something that's pretty harmless. So I don't see any reason why Barbie and her friends couldn't play, you know, with a Ouija board. Looking closer at the picture, we see it isn't an advertisement type of picture. This is a picture from someone who owns the game, and you can even see their arm in there. Okay guys, what do you think? You think this company came up with a whole new way to market Barbie even further than they have? Or maybe it's just a Photoshopper that's figured out a new way to fake us all out. If you think this is a real picture of a real game that has not been altered, then your answer is real. If on the other hand, somebody created this thing in their computer and there is no such thing as a Barbie Ouija board, then your answer is fake. And if you don't think there is a solid answer, well, that's unknown. Okay, so let's see what we got in here. And by the way, how are your scores coming? You know, when we used to be able to vote up here, then, you know, I used to be able to see how you guys are kind of doing. But now we don't have that. YouTube took it away. So now I'm just like shooting in the dark. So leave your score down. Like I got, you know, 2 right, 2 wrong. I got them all right. Leave it down there. Be honest. It's called real or fake. So don't be a fake, right? And if you're in a group and, you know, a person wins, give them a shout out by leaving their name down there. Like Dad won, or, you know, Bobby won, something like that. All right. Sorry about that. Let's get to this answer. And well, if you want to know where you can buy this new Barbie Ouija board, just let me know, because it's going to be a long answer. A very long answer. Because the official answer is, as you might suspect, companies are very clever these days. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? I mean, they find ways to market stuff. I don't know how they figure it out. They must run computer programs. You still waiting for the answer? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. The official answer is, yep, that's right, fake. Now, for you super sleuths out there, there is a big clue in the picture, and it's right here. It says Living Plastic. So if you then do a search on Living Plastic, it will lead you to an Instagram account called Living Plastic. It's owned by artist Servando Hernandez, who creates high-concept Barbie-inspired creations, including the Halloween-inspired Ouija board game. And guess what? Just like with the pufferfish, Servando has an Etsy page where you can buy his creations. I'll leave a link for you Barbie collectors out there down in the description box. Now for me, I think I would go with the Barbie about to get married mermaid. I mean, how can you pass that one up? All right, well, I guess it's time for my favorite fake of the week, so don't go anywhere. But before we get to that, hey, I got something very special for you. And I think you know what it is. That's right, fan art. Our first piece today is from the very talented 10-year-old Ava from California. Ava created this colorful piece with a digital art app. Now, according to her dad, Ava is also good with watercolors, oil pastels, acrylic paint, charcoal, and pencil sketching. Wow, you sound really talented, Ava. Thank you. Next up is this colorful bill portrait by Sebastian. Sebastian, remind me to brush my teeth next time, but other than that, I think it is a great work. Thanks. Our last piece today comes from 7-year-old Indigo and sent in by her mom, Sarah. Indigo, I like the way you work with pencil. You really know how to add different shades and textures to your wolf girl portrait here. This is excellent work. Thank you. And hey, don't forget, we have a new show every Friday, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you get a shot at being first official comment and win the pin. If you have a picture and you're not quite sure whether it's real or not, send it in to me at billschannel@gmail.com and I'll take a look. Please don't leave links or suggestions in the comment section, because really, the only thing that is going to do is turn me into a mega screamer screaming, "You're driving me crazy!" See you next time. And now, for my favorite fake of the week. You remember our guy who made the shopping cart trick video a few weeks ago? Yeah, this one. Well, guess what? He's back with a new video, walking up a light pole. Much thanks to Nero Kako for sending in this video, which I find to be so fake, it's funny! Hey, don't go away just yet. There are a whole lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and click on one.